Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros at your service. Today I will be reading the November 20th Facebook post, and I will be making a few comments on it, and I trust that it will assist both of us on our journeys. If you do find the video helpful, please be so kind to put your cursor over the Facebook screen. If you're watching on Facebook, give it a thumbs up here. Or if you're watching on YouTube, thumbs up here, down here. It helps with the listing process and it can help somebody find this video. Thank you for that. Here we go. This world is a reflection of the thoughts we think. We are all one, and thus you will see reflecting from others the beliefs you hold about yourself. And so today we work on reshaping our inner environment so that the outer environment can be a reflection of our conscious efforts. Today let us slow down our thinking long enough to truly see how every thought we think helps build the world we experience. Let us today, in every interaction, silently offer our sisters and brothers gratitude for volunteering to reflect our internal condition. We acknowledge to ourselves that they are in our lives to help us create a more peaceful and joyful place within our hearts and minds. Today we slow down time by making, before every interaction, a concerted effort to refocus our minds on compassion, forgiveness, peace, and joy. Today we remember that the world we see is simply a reflection of the thoughts we think. Let us start with our foundation. We are God's creation. We are love's creation. Therefore, we are this love, and only this love. This is our truth. This is our true essence. And because God is love and love is all, there's no opposite to all. Now, let us take an example of when we might believe there's an opposition to all, when we start buying into the ego's thought system. Let's take the example of a relationship with a brother or sister, ex-partner, wife, husband, whoever. And let's say we think of them, and a thought of resentment, of anger, of jealousy, of hatred pops up. How does the ego see this? First, the ego has you blame your brother and sister for making you feel this way. But deep down inside, we must remember that nobody can make us feel something without our permission. And so this, that the ego has us do, in and of itself is an illusion. An illusion that we have been programmed to believe as real, but still an illusion. Nobody can make you feel anything without your permission. The ego would also have us judge ourselves for feeling resentment, for feeling anger, for feeling hatred. It would have us tell ourselves we're not good enough, we're not wise enough, we're not spiritual enough, we're not whatever enough. Now, why does the ego do this? It does this because it knows that deep down inside you know that God is love and only love. But if you are all these things, if you have all these thoughts, then there's no way you can be a part of God. And so if you cannot be a part of God, then you must be a part of the ego. And if the ego has you believe that you're a part of the ego, then you're intertwined with it. You are in partnership with it. And if you're in partnership with it, guess what? It gets to survive. It gets to thrive. Because it has trained you that when you're feeling this anger, this resentment, all this opposition to love, that it is proper and normal to feel this. In the ego's world, that might be true. But the ego's world is a fairy tale, so nothing in it is true. In truth, this is an illusion. An illusion that we have simply been programmed to believe is real. And so today, we're not going to put our time, energy, and focus into these emotions. When a brother pops up, we feel anger, resentment, jealousy, what have you. We're not going to continue to play the ego's game and feed this fire with our time, energy, and focus, and thus making it a greater part of our minds, our hearts, our lives, because we walk with these thoughts throughout our life. And so we start to see other people through these thoughts that we have spent so much time, energy, and focus on. That's the ego's game. Because if you build up these thoughts become a greater part of your life, and you start to see others through these thoughts. And then the ego gets to survive through you, and thanks to you. But today we're going to try a better way. A way that aligns you with God's source. A way that helps you remember that you are only love. And so when a brother or sister pops up within your mind, and thoughts of hatred, revenge, or anger pops up, we're going to not feed these thoughts, okay? We're going to simply use a tool that God has given us to help us release ourselves from this illusion. And it's called forgiveness. We're going to use forgiveness for these thoughts and for ourselves. So when resentment comes up, forgive. Forgive your brother and sister. And because we're all one, when you're forgiving your brother and sister, you're forgiving yourself from the idea that these thoughts were true in the first place. And so you spend less time, energy, and focus on this, and this becomes a lesser part of your life. And your alignment with God, with love, becomes a greater and greater part of your life. And so this happened thanks to your brother and sister's participation in your life experience. And so what is really occurring is that your brother and sister, when these illusions pop up, they are simply helping you see that these illusions are not you. These illusions are simply hidden in shadows, in illusionary shadows within your heart and mind. And so your heart and mind knows their true nature. They know that you are only love. And so when they see these shadows, a call for help and healing goes out to the universe. And your brothers and sisters answer this call, helping you remember that these shadows are not you. So they come into your mind and they help pop up these thoughts from the shadows. So you can better see in physical manifestation form that these energies are not you. That you are not resentment, that you're not jealousy, that you're not hatred. And that you can spend less and less time on these illusions through free will. By saying, okay, these thoughts are not truly me. I am love. Today I'm going to practice remembering this, that I am love. And so when these illusions pop up, I will simply forgive them. I will forgive my brothers and sisters for what I think they did to me. And I will forgive myself for even having these thoughts. And by doing this, you're achieving a greater state of peace, a greater alignment with peace. Because you're simply saying to God's source, I trust you. I trust that my journey is perfect. I trust that I'm co-creating my journey with you. And thus every single step of my journey is sacred. And because we're all one, every single step of my brothers and sisters' journey is sacred. And today I trust this. Today, when I trust this, what I'm saying to myself is that I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of love. I can forgive and release all my illusions. And then, instead of feeling this anger and resentment, you forgive it, and then you do the opposite of the illusion. You offer the truth within you. You offer this love to your brothers and sisters. So when anger, jealousy, hatred pop up, release them through forgiveness, let them go. Then offer your brother and sister love, compassion, forgiveness, kindness. Pray for their health. Pray for their healing. Pray for their happiness and joy. That is what is the opportunity that is being offered to us in every single moment when we are buying into the ego solution as real. Because when we pray for them, because we're all one, we're saying to ourselves that we are worthy of peace, of happiness, of joy, of forgiveness. So we're strengthening that belief within our hearts and minds that we are worthy of all that by offering it to our brothers and sisters. And it was only because of their participation in our lives that helped us come to a place in our life experience where we have enough wisdom to see the opportunity that is being offered every single moment by every single one. By your brothers, by your sisters, by any situation. Every brother, every interaction with a brother, with a sister, any situation is offering you this opportunity to align with your true nature, to align with love, to align with loving thoughts, to remind yourself that you're worthy of peace. And so the more you strengthen this within yourself, these thoughts within yourself, and you continue to walk through life, because these thoughts are strengthened within you, you can offer them to others. And you see the world out there through these thoughts of love, of peace, of compassion, of forgiveness. And that occurred thanks to your brothers and sisters. And so when the ego would have you think of a brother and those negative emotions pop up, there's no more need to judge yourself for that. There's no more need to judge them for that. You can release that through forgiveness. And instead pray for them. Pray for their peace, their joy, their happiness, their well-being. And because we're all one, when we are doing that for them, we're truly doing that for ourselves too. And what else but gratitude could you honestly offer somebody who's helping you realize that within you? What else but gratitude can you offer that brother and sister who the ego once you had condemned, who the ego once had you hate, and had you carry this hate within you, this anger within you throughout your day, and spoiling every other part of your day, and making your day more anxious and stressed out, and even going to sleep with these thoughts within your mind of anger and hate and resentment, and not even allowing you to sleep in peace, tossing and turning at night because you're buying into the ego's fairy tale as real. But pat yourself on the back, because you have come to a place in your life where you're starting to see that, yes, there is a better way. I can choose forgiveness over judgment. I can choose my truth over the illusion. I can and am deserving of peace instead of pain. Simply because you chose through free will to see your brother differently. To see your brother and sister as they truly are. As God's perfect creation on their own perfect journey. No matter how the ego defines that journey, you know that it's sacred because it's co-created with God. And when you remember that of your brothers and sisters, that helps you remember that of yourself. That every single step on your journey is sacred, co-created with God. And when you trust this connection, you achieve the state of peace. You achieve the state of compassion. You offer kindness to all your brothers and sisters, to all situations. You offer forgiveness to your brothers and sisters, to all situations, because you know you're worthy of it. Because you know that forgiveness, peace, joy, compassion are all simply extensions of the love that you are. And when you strengthen this truth within you, everything you see out there, because everything you see out there is simply an extension of your thoughts, the thoughts that you support as real, becomes an opportunity to see love, compassion, forgiveness in each person, place, or thing. And then you become a light in all those situations to your brothers and sisters who still play in the ego's fairy tale. You let them see that maybe there is a better way, that they can truly align with God's source. Because God is love. And so He, she, source only sees that love in you and the love in all your brothers and sisters, no matter what nightmares they may be experiencing that's real. And so today, we simply offer gratitude. We remember that every moment we have been gifted free will. And so we can see the moment as we choose to. And that we are worthy of peace. That we are connected to God's source. And so too are our brothers and sisters connected to God's source. And so, yes, we might slip back into the fairy tale. A thought of a brother or sister might pop up within our minds. And we might judge them and become angry. But today we're not going to feel that anger. We're going to, through forgiveness, turn it into steam and let it dissolve. And then we're going to offer our brothers and sisters gratitude for helping us remember that we are only love. And we will also offer the opposite of what the ego was offering them before. If the ego was offering judgment, we will offer forgiveness. If the ego was offering hatred, thoughts of revenge and resentment, we will offer compassion and love. We will do the opposite of what is not real. We will simply align with the truth within us today, for that is who we all are. We are all love. And the more we strengthen this thought of love, the more we will see this world through love. This whole world through love. Because we, in the present moment, chose to align ourselves with love. To offer our brothers and sisters gratitude for their participation in our life experience. For trusting God's source. And offering gratitude that each step on our journey is sacred and useful for our growth, for our healing, for our development. And then we become an example, a light of this love. And this light will help our brothers and sisters remember who in truth they also are. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you'd be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, it would help with the listening process, and it might help somebody find this information who can use it someday. If you'd like to leave me a comment or a question, I would be delighted to try and offer a response. And if you can please subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you in that community. Again, thank you for your time. I love you very much. And God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.